New fallout in the aftermath of a crude insult by top Obama administration officials during an interview. One of the unidentified officials reportedly calling Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a chicken blank, rhymes with spit. A second official agreeing with that assessment and going on to question Netanyahu's political motives when it comes to settlement policies in the West Bank and his willingness to launch an attack against Iran and its nuclear facilities. The White House isn't denying the quote, saying it won't apologize or try to figure out who the officials are. But our own Ed Henry calling the White House out, asking why it has gone after other reporters for their sources, but isn't doing so in this case.
You kind of don't care who leaked that story that insulted the Prime Minister of Israel. You've gone after reporters again and again, this administration, to find out who leaked information to them. And then when it comes to insulting the Prime Minister, you don't seem to care who leaked it.
Well, Ed, I don't think that is an accurate reflection of the administration's policy, and it certainly isn't an accurate reflection of our views of the Prime Minister of Israel.
Has the Justice Department gone after a whole series of reporters?
No, they haven't. And in fact, they've actually put in place measures under the leadership of the Attorney General to ensure that journalists in this country are able to do their jobs.
Kirsten, your reaction?
I mean, they have absolutely gone after reporters. They've gone after whistleblowers. They've gone after people who work in the administration if they say something or leak something that the administration doesn't agree with. But then when it's something that, look, they obviously know who said it. And so I get the feeling that they don't really have a problem with it because they have been ruthless.
So, Arthur,
in going after people.
Is there a double standard with what they choose to investigate?
In the legal world that I live in, we call it selective prosecution. In fact, I filed motions on behalf of some of my clients because I'm saying, wait a minute, hold on. You're not prosecuting anyone else for this, but you're only prosecuting my guy. You can't do that. Here, they've prosecuted all these other people or try to find out who their sources are or who's the leak or who said this, and here they're choosing not to. I mean, Edward's right on target, but I think KP is right. Like, they're not offended by it.
Right.
So if they're not offended by it, then they don't really have the impetus and the fire in the belly to go find out.
And then, of course, the concern is whether this could do more damage with our relationship, United States.
If that's possible.
I think that's the biggest problem here. Let's not bury the headline. I mean, this is the issue here. How damaging is this to our relations that were already so strained with Israel? And they should be good. They should be strong. And yet there's this discontent and sense of disrespect that is very pervasive, and it's unacceptable.
Well, and also, you know, Jeffrey Goldberg is such a good reporter. He wouldn't just be quoting some B-lister or C-lister. Whoever said this.
Oh, absolutely. Is
high up
in the
administration. Yeah.
And all this, by the way, Harris, timing is everything, and this is happening just days before the midterm elections.
You know what kind of makes me scratch my head about this, though?
What?
This is like when you were a kid on the play lot and a bully picked on your friend and you witnessed it, but you didn't do anything about it. I mean, it in a way makes you look like you don't care. It makes you look like that's not really your friend. And maybe the absence of action, it's not fair for us to judge that. But taking action definitely has a meaning. Not taking action, there's a lot of gray area there.
I just wonder if this is
left you to ask.
Yeah,
why not?
Why not? And I wonder if this, Kirsten, leads more Democrats that are already running and distancing themselves from President Obama, if we'll even see more of that in the days to come.
I don't know. I don't know if this is an issue that's going to necessarily move Democrats. I think that, you know, anybody who would be bothered by this issue, I think, is already bothered because I think this is a relationship that has been. There's been a lot of tension for a long time, and I think he probably has.
But think about if that type of slang or that mudslinging, whatever, was against a different group or a different entity. If it was an anti-homosexual thing, if it was a racist thing, they'd come down with all of their power to find out who said it. They have to be held accountable. They need to be, you know, get the electric chair. But here it's like, yeah, we're not going to investigate it. It is what it is. It says a lot about where their head is at.
All right, breaking news, and we're going to break in with this now.